So 2025 has definitely been the year of surprises, and some of them not so good. But I think long term, a lot of these surprises are going to be very beneficial for ADA. We're going to talk about what Q1 has looked like compared to other moments historically, and what kind of surprises are coming here in 2025 that can really benefit ADA price in a big way. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. So a lot of people may not be satisfied with, 72-cent ADA. And guys, I get it. I would love for it to be, $5, $6, $7 right now. But unfortunately, the market has had a lot of negative surprises, right? Remember, largest liquidation event in crypto history, largest crypto hack in history. Tariffs have caused a bit of a stir in the market, but understand that times will get better. And the biggest thing that as of late has been this kind of sticking point has been BTC. BTC dropping has kind of drug most assets down with it. And the problem is that BTC dominance has been so incredibly high. It's been a kind of a point where everything has followed BTC. It's flocked to BTC. We haven't seen that historic decorrelation yet from Bitcoin. It's coming, but unfortunately this time it's taking a bit longer. And I think institutional money has been a big part of that. We saw BTC rise from about 15K all the way up to 108K. And so BTC has been so far the big winner of this cycle. Now, here's the thing. When adoption starts to take place, you will see that start to trickle down the hill to other assets. But I have to say that 2025, how things have kicked off, have not necessarily been that good. When we look at Bitcoin, for example, the last 2 months, red, right? A time where historically speaking tends to be good for Bitcoin, specifically the prior 4 years, right? A solid block of green here. All right. Now, Q1 here has actually been pretty brutal in general. And I'm not saying it's like a huge loss month for Bitcoin, but it's the worst Q1 we have actually had since 2018. This is very much on par with what we saw in 2020, 2016 as well. And in fact, very close to 2017, which finished just barely up from these ranges. Now, what's interesting is actually when we look at Bitcoin on a per month basis, it's very much tracking 2020 and very much tracking 2016, 2017, the cycle that we relate to most closely. Now, where things really get interesting for the summer and why I think we have a lot of surprises ahead is I see a lot of people sharing the sentiment that, oh yeah, if nothing happens by April, I'm dumping, I'm moving on. And people just think that this big 6-month block in the middle of the year is now a lost cause. And what I'll say is, I think the exact opposite is going to take place. We talked about some of the manipulation that's happening across the crypto market in an earlier video today, which you guys should check out if you have not. It's going to be very eye-opening for a lot of people. But just as people are thinking that the summer is going to be a waste and they're thinking about unloading their assets, this is when we're going to see some pretty big surprises. This is when you're going to see a bigger embrace for crypto. This is when we may trigger adoption. And frankly, just as people are having this mindset that things are going to fall by the wayside, that is probably when we start to send. That is probably when they accumulate in a big way and the market starts to move. Now, why I'm saying this is, again, look back at some of these summers historically speaking, specifically those cycles we're referencing, right? 2016, good summer. 2017, good summer. 2020, good summer. These are huge gains that took place during those times. And right now, altcoins are so suppressed historically speaking that they're due for a major boom, okay? Now, where things really get interesting for ADA as we get into the summer is we have some pretty big catalysts taking place. First of all, we have big integrations that are happening around the world. Obviously, the partnership with the Argentinian government, that's a big deal. Integration in Brazil, that is a big deal. Potential integrations here in the US, that is a big deal. I mean, the list goes on, right? Not to mention that we have some major advancements for the Cardano ecosystem coming online. We have the midnight launch. We have the midnight airdrop coming on. And again, this is an airdrop that is not even targeting just Cardano holders, right? It's getting us essentially off the island. It is being dropped to ecosystems throughout the space. And what it is meant to do is to draw people in, right? Because again, Midnight can utilize Cardano consensus. So by extension, they are utilizing the Cardano ecosystem. It's one of the most genius pieces, we've talked about marketing, right? And maybe I should pull up the boxes. Let me bring this over here, right? We talk about the boxes in terms of Cardano, no marketing. Guys, this is one of the biggest pieces of marketing that we'll have, right? We got big marketing from the announcement of the digital reserve assets, but this is even bigger marketing still because now you're giving people something to utilize within the space. However they use it, we don't know, but it's a pretty big deal. But what really gets me excited for the summer is what's been happening in terms of ADA supply, because I think people keep forgetting how limited supply is on exchanges in terms of ADA. All right. So we have seen, again, this very consistent removal supply, removal supply, removal supply from exchanges over time. And the thing is we haven't gotten to a point where the demand has allowed ADA to really boom quite yet, when you think about it, right? A lot of what we saw back in November here was, yes, some adoption from outside the space, but mostly capital within the space flowing to ADA. So now we've kind of shifted gears just a little bit. We've now shifted to a point where the people inside the space are paying attention to ADA. The people outside the space are paying attention to ADA. And now with this limited amount of liquidity to the upside here, it allows ADA to boom more freely. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that, but if you understand LPs and how that is structured, basically there are blocks of liquidity, and there are in fact gaps that are being created here as time goes on. Because frankly, if we look at this and nobody is willing to sell right here, you can very quickly run through there in terms of price and jump to the next ranges. It wouldn't surprise me by the next big boom in the crypto market, even before adoption, if ADA can get up to somewhere in that $1.80 to $2 range. And then it just begins to explode from there. All right. That's again where you can see where ADA starts to separate itself from the rest of the market. It kind of does its late market thing, and boom, away we go. People not being able to visualize higher prices. This is the path that gets us there. There's a lot of things going on right now. There's a lot of moving pieces, but I believe that 2025 is in fact going to be a year of very consistent surprises that are very beneficial for ADA, very beneficial for Cardano. And frankly, the sky is the limit. We are just beginning the movement of something really big. And I have to say, I'm just glad to be here to watch it take place. So I appreciate you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.